Hey YouTube, how's it going? Retro Day Nintendo back with another video. Hope all is well. Yeah, I've got a pretty special video for you today, guys. No less than 9 box complete near mint NES and Super NES games, and a few other bits and pieces. So yeah, it's been a busy 5 or 6 weeks. So yeah, let's jump straight in. So I'll show you a couple of little items first. Now, it's taken me 1 year and 3 months to find an instruction manual to complete one of my Game Boy games. I bought Tailspin for the Game Boy 1 year, 3 months ago. I looked it up and I've been waiting all that time for an instruction manual to come up. So really happy to add that to this to make it complete. This is like, I think, 5 or 6 quid. Yeah, as soon as I saw it, grabbed it. It's the UK one. You can see that. So yeah, I had to have the correct coding for the games. That now completes that. So really happy with that. So I'll stick that in the box. I've actually found another Club Nintendo magazine. It's not the last issue I'm missing. It's actually a variation of a strategy guide. I thought there's only one strategy guide, but I saw this one and there's actually a different variation of it with some different games inside. So that is the strategy guide that I've just picked up. There is another one, I can't dig it out right now, but there is a... So this one has got Prince of Persia, Street Fighter 2. It's got the whole Zelda NES map, Mario World, Solar Jetman, and F-Zero on the back. So I'm pretty sure that's all of them. I guess there's only 2. I've never seen any others. And yes, I'm down to the one Club Nintendo magazine, the last one, and the merchandise catalogue, and that's it. I've got all of them then. I'll put that there in a minute. So yeah, really happy to grab another Club Nintendo magazine, as always. I love those. Okay, another little oddball thing. Pardon me, found this in a local charity shop. It must be 2 months ago now. It was 50p, I thought, why not? I never find nothing in the shop. And it was the Tetris cassette single. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought, why not? I've already got the CD, but why not? I've got the tape, as I've got the Mario Land tape as well. So I thought, why not? Grab that. So that is the Tetris single. Okay, I shall show you my one loose Super NES cartridge, and then we'll go to the box stuff, which I guess you've all been waiting for anyway. So I'll rattle through these bits and bobs. So I've got a shooter, so I'm just going to shoot them up. I know I bought it loose because the artwork is pretty naff, and the game is Phalanx, and as you can see, the artwork is proper cheese. It's some old guy on a banjo, so I wasn't overly bothered about having this one box complete because the artwork is naff. I think it was like £20 delivered in the UK. It's got a really nice label. It's a decent little shooter. I'd say my only complaint is the bullets. The enemy bullets are really small, like little small red dots, and it's quite easy to like not see where they are, what's going on. You can easily run into them. That's my only gripe. If the bullets were a bit bigger, it'd be a bit easier to see. Other than that, fantastic game, and the soundtrack is really good as well. So it's Phalanx. So we've got a couple of box upgrades now from my loose cartridges, which I've since sold on. Been waiting the longest time to get a box complete copy of this, and it is classic Super Nintendo game, like system seller, and that is Street Fighter 2 Turbo. So I waited a long time for a really nice one to turn up. All this is where the cellophane's been. You see like where it's been stuck over, but other than that, both ends, it's really nice. As you can see, I'm showing the light. And on the front, again, it's absolutely mint condition inside. A couple of tiny little scratches in the box, but I mean, I think this is like 25 quid. So that's a really good price for this game. I've seen them sell for a lot more, like 60 odd quid, 70 sometimes for something as straight as this. So I was really chuffed to grab this at that price. So Street Fighter 2 Turbo, really happy to add that in. Upgraded my loose cart only copy, which has actually gone in the console box. So now this is the one I'll be playing, and it will go nicely with my mint Street Fighter 2. Another upgrade from loose cartridge, SNES release game, and that is Pilot Wings. Again, absolutely mint condition, and this was again very good price. I think 20-25 quid, which is pretty much a bargain. It's still, no, it's not sealed that end. I thought it was for a second, so you can just see that, but it is perfect. Again, inside and out, manual cartridge. So considering that is one of the first games released, or a release game, hasn't fared too badly. So happy to upgrade my loose cart to that. Since sold the loose cartridge on. Now this game I've had the longest. This is going back to when I went to Arcade Club and I was playing track and field with Craig. Craig's here again, and I really love that game. And when I came back, I was like, oh, I wish I could buy the cabinet. I loved it that much. I mean, it's such a cool game to play, two-player, when you're bashing the buttons. And I thought, I've got to get the NES game. I've got Track and Field 2, had it right forever, but the first one only came out in the States and on the Famicom in Japan. PAL regions didn't get the first Track and Field. No, so I tell a lie. No, they did. They did get the PAL version. It's not in the UK though. It's just a European. Is it Italian or I'm not sure. It didn't come out in the UK anyway. It's got a red label, but it's quite hard to find. Anyway, waffling on. So I bought the American version of Track and Field. So imported this from Japan, although it's American. This comes from one of my favourite sellers, where I've been getting my Genesis games from. In past videos I've mentioned them before. They always sort me out a good deal. So considering the age of this, it's in really lovely shape. Unpunched rear hang tab, for those of you that care. It is in really nice condition, all complete. And just like the arcade, there's a couple of levels that are different, a couple of events that aren't in the arcade that are on this, and that are on this that aren't the arcade. And it hasn't got the speech, so when you do wherever you end up, you don't get the female reading at your distance. So that's obviously the limitations, I guess, of the NES. But other than that, faithful port. So yeah, Track and Field, and yeah, really happy to grab that. Okay, got another classic shoot 'em up coming up. Again, upgrade from a loose cartridge, which I actually sent on to Andy Hugg several months ago. So 8-bit Andy's got the loose cart of this, and yeah, I've since found a box complete copy, and that is Gradius in absolutely mint condition. As you can see, it's got a few tiny marks, but you know, you can't grumble. So it has got the security strip on the side of the box, which I'm not going to attempt to remove. Again, absolutely mint condition. Happy with that. This is the PAL version. It does obviously play a little slower than the American one. It is quite noticeable, because the American one is what I sent to Andy. But nevertheless, it's still a good game. So happy to grab that. Classic Konami shooter. Okay, and then this is a bit of a bargain. So I bought this loose cartridge several months ago with the manual for like 20 quid. This came up on a buy it now for 20 quid, box complete, and I thought, I'm having it. And that was Rygel. So it only felt like 5 minutes ago I picked this up, but it was probably several months ago. So 20 quid, box complete, in fairly good nick really, considering. I'd say what, about a 9? About a 9 out of 10, it's all there. So Rygel box complete, 20 quid, and then I sold my loose cartridge and manual on, I think, £15-17. So yeah, £5-ish upgrade. Can't grumble. So that is Rygel. And again, another bargain in the UK. I was had this as a safe search for the longest time. I was going to try and import it from the States, and it often sells for like 30 quid with the postage. This popped up on a buy it now, 15 quid, all in delivered, and I thought, right, bang, having it. And it's the American version of Tiger-Heli, so another vertical shoot 'em up. And yeah, so saved any extortionate postage costs. Has got a little bit of crushing on the side and top, but I can live with it. Again, 15 quid is, I'm not gonna grumble. So I mean, it is fairly basic graphically, but you know, it's an early game, and I'm happy with it. It's one I've wanted, and I've been waiting for it to come up, and I thought, you know, I will import it one day, but as soon as I see it come up in the UK, I thought I've got to grab it. So Tiger-Heli, another bargain. I keep going bargains, don't I? But I had to import this one. This is another vertical shooter, quite a late release, I believe, by Sammy. A lot of the Sammy games were a lot later on in the NES's life cycle. I could be wrong, I could be telling you lies here. This is 1989, but I thought the Sammy games were a lot later than that, because I've got the others. Is it Vice Project Doom? There's a couple of other games that are quite late on in NES's life cycle, and I assume this was the same. But it's an American game. It's Twin Cobra, fairly untalked about. Decent little vertical shooter, and it was really cheap. This was $13, so for that's like 10 quid. Box complete, absolutely mint condition. I say mint, I'm going to say 9.5. It is, you're not going to get much better. So yeah, 10 quid, obviously plus the postage, but still. I nearly bought this a few months ago. I'm going to buy it now for 40 quid delivered from the States. I left it, and like I say, this came up on auction, and I bid on it and won it for $13. So I was happy as Larry. So Twin Cobra. Okay, now we've got 2 more NES games left. I'll save the one of the bigger ones for last. Again, this is in the UK. USA game, safe on import duty and everything else, which is fantastic. Mint condition. I think this is a buy it now. I think it's like 20 or 30. I think we did it was a buy it now best off maiden offer. I think it's 25-30 quid all in delivered. And that is the classic Gyrus for the NES. Again, absolutely mint condition, as you can see. I do like a mint NES or SNES game. Classic space shooter. Kind of, those of you who probably know Gyrus, it kind of, you got your shoot around the screen in a circle, not vertical, horizontal. Pardon me. Classic game, and happy to add it to the collection, box complete in mint condition. Okay, final NES game before I show you something else. Now this is an upgrade for my loose cartridge. I bought the loose cartridge probably 2, maybe 3 years ago. Could be even longer. I've had it for a long time. Cartridge wasn't in great condition. It was kind of like stained. The label was a little bit flat. Oh, there's no lacquer on the label. And this game is really hard to come across box complete, especially in near mint condition. And I've had this on, again, I've had this on the watch list for forever. Well over a year, trying to track a box complete copy down. One came up probably 6 months ago, and it sold for, I think it worked out for 170, 180 £180 in the States, and that's plus taxes, shipping, everything else. So I was like, no way. And I waited and waited. This one came up, I bid on it, and I won it on auction for the equivalent of, I think £67. So I thought that was a good deal, personally. Plus taxes and everything else, and import duty and global shipping, all the other rubbish you have to pay when you import stuff from eBay. This totaled up just under 100, but really happy to have it. So it's basically nearly half the price, or half the price of a previous listing 6 months ago. So we all know games are going up, and I got this for half the price 6 months later on. So really happy to add it, and that is A Nightmare on Elm Street. Now I know it's got the dreaded LJN Rainbow, but this was actually developed by Rare. They make Snake, Rattle and Roll on the NES. A lot of the sound effects are taken on this game. Some similarities in sound. It's actually a decent little platformer that probably not many people in the UK know about. So I've since sold my loose cart on, it sold pretty much straight away as soon as I put it on eBay, and they never come up for sale, especially over here. So I'm pretty confident this is probably the only box complete copy of this in the UK. I'm fairly confident it never comes up for sale, and especially in box complete and in this condition, it's just, yeah, really hard to find. And really chuffed to have this. I'll see if I could do a gameplay at some point. Really good. So you basically have to go around the houses, collect the bones, avoid Freddy, you know the score. Quality little game, honestly. It's probably one of the best LJN games out there. That's what I think anyway. So Nightmare on Elm Street, if you've got the means to check it out in the emulator, I advise to go and try it out. Quality, underrated little game. Okay, that's all the pickups. Well, I say all the actual retro games. I have managed to pick up something that is a bit hot off the press at the minute. I did have to overpay, unfortunately. We're obviously talking about the NES Classic Mini. I did order it and an additional controller on the 14th of July through Zavvi. They were the first company that had it up for pre-order. So I thought, lovely, pre-ordered it in the bag, lovely. Well, the 11th of November came and went with no arrival, no delivery, nothing. I messaged them on Saturday and said, where's my order? They said, oh, it should be dispatched in 72 hours. I thought, right, okay. So I gave it to like Monday. Nothing. Messaged them again a few days into that week, and they said, I'm really sorry, I haven't got any in stock. You know, you can cancel your pre-order if you want. I thought, well, no, I don't want to cancel my pre-order, you fucking idiot. I want it. I ordered it because I want it. So obviously the order's still live. I'm still waiting for it to turn up, but I was really pissed off because I've been looking forward to this coming out for so long, even though I've got probably most of the games, if not all of the games, box complete anyway. But I don't care. It's a Nintendo item. You know, it's genuine Nintendo product. I want it, and it's obviously HDMI compatible. So that is actually in the living room, the front room in the house. So that can be played as and when by me, the missus, and the kids, casually on the settee. You know, have a quick blast on there. So that's why I wanted it. So I had to overpay, unfortunately. There one come up on Facebook locally. My wife tagged me in the post on Facebook. It was 15 minutes. The guy was happy to travel and meet me like near where I live. So I drove up, 100 quid, paid him 100 quid. Brand new NES Classic Mini. So I overpaid, but I don't care. I really wanted it. Really happy I've got it. And yeah, it's really decent. And I couldn't believe how small the actual box was until I actually got it in my hand. If I show you like my hand, it's literally the whole box. Almost as big as my hand, just slightly bigger than my hand. That is how small it is. It's quality. But no, really cool bit of kit. I know they're selling like hotcakes at the minute. Obviously there will be some more in stock, no doubt, but with Christmas around the corner, they're all most definitely going to be sold out too. I did phone Game and ask if they had any locally, but no, fat chance of that. All second pre-order slots are sold out already. So I wanted one over Christmas. So yeah, I grabbed one and went on eBay and got myself the additional controller. Again, had to overpay for this. These are probably harder to find than the actual console. This was, I think, just under 30 quid. But wanted to play us, so we could all play it. The dickhead actually sent it in a jiffy bag, so it came completely smashed in. But what do you do? You know, I don't want to send it back because I need it. I want it for over the Christmas break. Yes, that's it. 9 boxed complete NES, Super NES games, the loose cartridge, NES Classic Mini with additional controller, Tetris tape, Club Nintendo strategy guide, and the Tailspin manual. So yeah, that's it, guys. Not a bad, what, 5 or 6 weeks I think that's accumulated over. Could be longer. I've completely lost track of time now. So anyway, it's winding up to near Christmas. I have got one very special pickup to show you. It's actually an unboxing video. I'll upload that in the next few weeks. So yeah, stay tuned for that one because it is a big one, literally. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and yeah, take it easy, and I shall catch you again soon for another one. See you in a bit.